The following video contains anime and weeb terms. Parental guidance is advised. No, not really, just go back to your hentai. The Edelweiss is a premium tier 7 galleon medium tank that is featured in the anime Valkyria Chronicles and is driven by protagonist Welkin Gunner. The Edelweiss is a result of sexual attraction between a Panzer III and a Tiger II with prayers from weeaboos for a tank from their world, but it does not mean that you can play this tank like a marina Wolfston in a tank. The best thing about the Comet is that it has a high DPM and has a reload that goes as fast as people fucking each other in a hentai. Before playing the Comet, you first have to swear loyalty to the Queen. After that, you become a British knight. After that, you fight for the Queen. After that, you drink tea. After that, you press battle and use its gun to spam god rounds on people like a scrub and fuck their game up. Because they are an idiots and make insane ridiculous sweep crew. Drive a medium tank and focus on smooth ride, smooth turret traverse. Then get firefighting, repairs and close combat master when driving a heavy tank. Next, get camo, smooth turn and clutch braking when driving a TD. And last, train soft recoil while driving a light tank. After that, do whatever the fuck that makes you release to your enemy. And that's how you play the Nameless and remain unnamed forever. But if the Kuromori Mine is driven by someone with brain cells, the Kuromori Mine is the epitome of tier 6 heavies, ruining other people's lives and spreading the weeaboo cloud of death. Here's how you play the Schwarz. You go forward and abuse your DPM while the armor trolls RNG shots for you. You go hell down when you get the chance. You do not show your sides because you're still slow and fat like a real American. But with the speed of a shaman, you can act like the Hetzer cosplaying Hetzer Kame SD is a premium tier 4 Japanese tank destroyer. That is another poor excuse for a premium tank. It is a downgraded Hetzer that decided to become a weeb by cosplaying because Hetzer-chan didn't. The Kairitan is a tier 7 Japanese medium tank that looks intimidating because it looks and is big as an average heavy tank. But in reality, it isn't a heavy tank. You are just another medium tank made of paper, which means you are not going to live for much longer. You flank, you side scrape and harass shitlords because your Sifuku skirt will bounce shots for you. You should always avoid getting shot by the enemy's load in the Anko because the innocent anime girls will get penetrated every time. You don't rush be in charge on the enemy. If you want to charge the enemy, go play them at next. You become a British Royal Guard that is boring as the 82's acceleration and trying not to laugh at shitlord's ridiculous attempt to pen you.
You're beautiful! You're beautiful! You're beautiful! It's true! Yes!
After that, you drink tea, because apparently that is what every British tanker does is scum like a heavy. The Suka Pershing is a tank that every stupid shitlord wants because it is a medium with an armor of a heavy, thinking they will go fast and impenetrable. But as usual, they are fucking stupid. You do not play this like a heavy. It cannot bully and harass fuckers like a normal heavy would if you want to drive a heavy. The Churchill is named after Winston Churchill. Because of this, you won't have to miss your shots because Churchill guides the shots. This tank, like any other British invention, is underestimated because it has low alpha. It is slow and fat as Winston Churchill, and that they'd prefer to drive other tanks. But since you
you touch my tra-la-la.
I have to admit, that was the best butt sex I ever had. To make tea in the Darjeeling Junior, drive a medium off to cute anime girls with 10-year-old voices. To be a cancerous fuck to the enemy team, you flank. You go hell down and hide. You shoot at people who aren't looking at you because they are brain damaged. You spot and try to track people to get assist damage. The STA-1 has insane DPM and reload time. You use it to shoot fast like a heavy. Because apparently, the British need space for dunking their biscuits, and that this is the first British tank to actually have a tea making facility inside. This is finally the tank that the British got right for once before finally making the final form of the Centurion. Most people to harness the full potential of this Gaul tank, you hide in the shadows like any other Tokyo Gaul would. You play all Gaul and greedy like to shoot people who are brain damaged. You flank to kanjo people up their asses like some other trollish Japanese people would. To kick ass like how Israel Centurions kicked T-54s in the Golan Heights. You snipe to make use of that British sniper accuracy. You go hull down and hide. You shoot at people whose brains are either out of this world or are just plain stupid. Your turret is the only part that has steel iron, but don't rely on it too much or you'll end up being affected with no brain cells. You don't rush B and charge on the enemy. If you want to charge the enemy, go betray the Queen and play the T-54 or the M46 pattern, you stupid piece of shit brick. If you feel lucky, you load in Hesh and watch your tier 9 German heavy tank that has a name that no one even understands what it means. It goes by so many names, from the Kampf Panzer 70, the Camping Panzer 70, the Kampfbusch Panzer 70, the Panzer Panzer 70, Camp der Panzer 70 or the MBT 70. It has broken tier 8 premium light tank in the game. This tank is apparently overpriced as fuck and proves that this is another way of Wargaming's attempt to play capture the wallet with overly obsessed idiot sandwiches that spend their life savings just to get good in the game. But as usual, they won't. This in weeb situations, the Shaman Firefly is the epitome and favorite of every Yuri tank lover, because apparently the Firefly is the result on what would happen if Darjeeling and K hit each other's pussy, because Yuri shipping is Leifu. This tank is apparently the combination of Darjeeling's British elegance and K's all-American patriotism. Then ABCR and Hesh. After that, go do whatever arouses your excitement. The Conqueror is a tank that can pen through tanks like butter because it has the highest pen of any tier 9 heavy tank in the game. What this means is that in certain occasions, there is no need for you to become a penniless Unicum round spammer. For you to conquer the sorry lot like most tanks of its tier, you can snipe to farm your purple points and deal a disgusting amount of damage. But you are not going to snipe the whole game like a stupid idiot. The Type 59 has crap full accuracy, so you don't sit 500 meters away like a scrub. If you want to deal more damage, you go flank. You play this tank aggressively in the front. You don't show your hull. Instead, you go use terrain and show only your turret, so that idiotic capitalist scrubs driving their capitalist tanks won't pen you, no like matter an idiot. What. Then you will be an illiterate virgin for life. If some stupid idiot calls you a coward, you only do this and watch as how much triggered idiots are. Even though the AC-4 Sentinel has a large dick on the front, your armor can't take many shots. The armor is so thin you might as well be using condoms for armor. So you hide, because you cannot lose your erection. This also means that it will require you to go on extremely lewd positions to be able to do some solo carrying and more orgasmic release. But if you feel like having sexual ambitions like a Kino Himejima, then this is how you make those obstinate motherfuckers lose their virginity. You go forward and rush. You ram and blow jobs frontally. If you don't feel like it, you can always release your love nectar.